safe in his arms. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. If you're looking at the program, you know what I plan to preach tomorrow. Amen. Amen. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Safe in his arms. Our shepherd is still taking care of us. He still keeps us. Safe in his arms. Hallelujah. Won't you read that verse together?
Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
Amen. I want to talk about becoming new for the new year. Becoming new for the new year. You may be seated. Each year, multitudes of people fill their hopes with the idea that a new year will bring new fortune. They hope that along with coming of a new year, next year will be better than the present year. Each year you start hearing cliches. I hadn't heard any for 2019. I almost gave one, but I don't want to give nothing no wings to fly. But there are quotes and cliches every year declaring that next year is going to be a good year. That hope alone implies that diagnosis of the problem is already far-fetched. To think that one's luck will change because a new year has started implies that they have falsely assumed that luck was the problem. That 2018 wasn't good because they had bad luck in 2018. And then their theology and philosophy is so warped, they believe that God is going to bring them good luck in 2019. Now, how does that go together? God's going to bring you some good luck. But life, and we forget it, life is filled with countless scenes of newness. After a second has gone, a new one starts. After 60 seconds have gone, a new minute begins. After 60 minutes has passed by, a new hour starts. After 24 hours have come and gone, a new day begins. After 365 days have gone by, a new year starts. And if you haven't changed, a new second or a new year won't bring about new change. Seasons change, but if you don't change, things will remain the same. We must plant in the spring, protect in the summer, reap in the fall, and know how to manage in the winter. But if we don't change, we'll miss both the opportunities of each season and will be overcome by the obstacles. Each season comes with opportunities. Help me if you can. Each season comes with opportunities, but each season also comes with obstacles. And if you do the same thing in the spring that you did in the winter, you're going to starve. You must change. So if any man be in Christ, that's an announcement of a change. If any man be in union with Christ, if any man be in relationship with Christ, newness begins with a new relationship. A thing is not different if it doesn't make a difference. The old relationship was based, the text says, on the flesh. Therefore, verse 1 says, it's temporal. Verse 1 says that if this earthly house of this tabernacle be dissolved, that means it's temporal. And because it's temporal, it brings with it grief. The reason why you and I have to wipe tears away occasionally is because in this tabernacle, it's temporary. And those whom we know are in tabernacles that are likewise temporary. And with all of this temporality comes grief. Verse 2 and 3 says that in this tabernacle we groan. The word groan means in the Greek to grumble impatiently. Do you ever just get tired? Tired of waiting on something to change. Tired of things being as they are. In this temporary frame, in this tabernacle, we groan, we grumble impatiently. Paul's concept was different than our modern day concept. Paul suggested that the troubles with this tabernacle makes us groan impatiently, waiting for an escape. This modern philosophy is we think everything in this generation is going to come in this life. And we groan about heaven because we want heaven here on earth. But Paul says, no, we endure hardness as a good soldier, but we groan impatiently because we know that when we leave temporality, we go into eternity. This new relationship replaces groaning with anticipated glory. This new relationship is that we are in union with Christ. Our religion, this Christian religion, is a relational religion. It's not defined by strict adherence to the law or carrying out a duty. You don't discover the strength of your Christian walk based on how strict you are to rules and regulations. follow every theological I and cross every ethical T and still be a bad Christian. Help me, somebody. One lady said when she joined the church that she joined the church and she used to sit up front, but then she started sitting towards the back. The pastor of the church became concerned and said, "Sister, why are you moving so far towards the back?" She says, "Well, I've been a part of this church long enough to know the front is where all the hypocrites sit." You can come to church every time the doors are open. You can be active every time the church is open. That doesn't mean you are a good Christian. Because sometimes folk come to church but have not become the church. You define and discover your strength in this Christian walk not based on your strict adherence to ritual, but on how strong your relationship is with Jesus Christ. The strength of the Christian religion is that we are in Christ Jesus. Oh, y'all to help me here. It's a sad day in many of our churches where preaching has to only address the flesh for folk to even be attentive. And as a result, we have to entertain folk. Because folk don't want to really take the time to deal with devotion. They just want some list of duties. But your carrying out duty does not necessarily mean that you have a relationship with Christ. Your relationship with Christ is discovered that even in the secret chambers of your heart, you know he's walking with you. That he's talking with you and telling you that you are his own. It's the relationship with Christ. Prayer, worship, grace, faith, love, those are relational words, and the Christian faith is a relational religion. We're relational creatures. Both men and women want acceptance, that is saying you're good enough. We want attention, which means that it's suggesting we are important enough. We want affection, which suggests that we are loved enough. And it does not matter the age, those are universal desires. The deepest human the deepest human need is a relationship with God. Augustine says there's a God-shaped vacuum that's only filled when God fills it because it's shaped like him. Many people are on the edge of quiet desperation. They think it's because of a shortage of money. But a relationship with Christ can make you feel rich when you don't have a dime. There's some people who are smiling to keep from crying, and they think it's because some human has betrayed them. But when you've got heaven's approval, you don't need human applause. Help me if you can. It's a relationship with Jesus that we need. And if you don't have a relationship with him, you will forever be trying to fill that void with dysfunctional stuff. Some alcoholics, they aren't alcoholics because they like liquor. They're alcoholics because there's a void, and for the moment, alcohol seems to drown it. Help me, somebody. There are many who have their drugs of choice, whether it's alcohol, whether it's crack cocaine, whether it's gossip. Help me, somebody. There are many people who have their drugs of choice, and even though it's bringing destruction upon them and often those they love, they are addicted because there's a void and a vacancy, and they're trying to find something to fill it because they're too lazy to develop a relationship with the Lord. It takes time to grow in the Lord. You don't come to church once a week and be a strong Christian. It said that praying once a week makes one weak. Help me, somebody. But you got to live in his presence. You got to abide in him. You got to have union with him. If any man be in Christ. Amen. I want to suggest not only does it begin with a new relationship, it continues with a new revelation. Amen. He says in verse 1, we know. Now this word know means intuitively. He's saying you didn't go to school and study this. You just know on the inside there's something else beyond what you see. That's often how we discover truth. We discover truth because once we hear it articulated, it speaks to our spirit because we knew it all along. We couldn't defend it because we didn't know how to articulate it. We may not have had any scripture to back it up. There was just something in our spirits that says what I've been believing ain't right. And when someone shows us in the scripture, we say, amen, I know that's the Lord talking. I told you before, there are 4 ways of learning. You can learn through observation, you can learn through participation, you can learn through formal education, and you can learn through revelation. You ought to seek to get all 4. But if you can't get all 4, try to get 3 of them. If you can't get 3 of them, try to get 2 of them. But if you can't get 2 of them and you can only get 1, if you can pick the one you can get, let it be revelation. We know. We just know intuitively that if this Greek word skinon, if this tent is dissolved, if this body is dissolved, if this tabernacle is dissolved, there's something else forthcoming. Y'all, I just know on the inside that it can't be right that when you're dead, you're done. That can't be right. There has to be more to all of this than when someone says, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, I'm through. This old man knew everyone after the flesh. And so the old man would say, when you're dead, you're done, because I saw him buried. But once you enter into union with Christ, and you know him spiritually, it reveals to us that life is more than just your flesh. So, what's passed away is seeing life from a fleshly vantage point. If any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. All things are passed away. What's passed away is we no longer define life based on the flesh. We no longer define life based on the tangible and the temporal. We know there's something beyond what we can see and touch. You see, words not only communicate, but they create as they communicate. You can speak, but just because you said something, don't think that the weight of your words dissipate when you stop talking. Because words create. There's something beyond the flesh. There's something beyond the tangible. Words have life beyond their value. We intuitively know that when this, you see, if it was just when you're dead, you're done, it wouldn't make much sense in coming out here all the time. Wouldn't make much sense in studying this word, because after all, we're going to be gone. And literally, it would suggest the older you get, the less praying y'all do. I'm close to the grave. I ain't got to pray no more. When I'm dead, I'm done. I'm close to the grave. I can be mean as a snake now. I'm about to die anyway. When I'm dead, I'm done. But that's, we know intuitively, no, it does not end for us at the graveyard. There's something beyond the cemetery. Because life for us is not just flesh, it's spirit. You see, when you live in life in the Spirit will give you guidance that you can't even explain. It becomes an internal GPS system. The Spirit will say, no, don't say that. You don't even know why you ain't saying it, but the Spirit said, hush. The Spirit will say, don't go there. Don't go. I know you went yesterday and it turned out right, but don't go today. And you can't explain to folk why you made the decision you made, but the Spirit will guide you and the Spirit will lead you, because you know that life is more than just flesh. So one of the benefits of our faith is that revealed truth allows us to redefine stuff. Hallelujah to the Lamb. See, Jesus redefined stuff. He called death sleep. He redefined what it meant to be blessed. Those who were oppressed and those who were persecuted, the world says you don't matter. Jesus says, blessed are ye when men revile you and say all manner of evil falsely against you for my name's sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad. He redefined social and human relationships. He said, love your enemies. Pray for those that despitefully use you. Stop letting them dictate your response through their hate. So we redefine what the world gives us. That's how our foreparents made it. They redefined stuff. Hog guts. They treated it like it was a delicacy. Chitterling. They redefined stuff. Stuff the master, the slave master didn't want, but left them with. They turned it into something special. They told us, you can't go in their restroom. Discrimination. We redefine it and we say, we don't want to go in their restrooms because they're nasty. Help me if you can. They redefined stuff. They said, before I'd be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Because in their minds, slavery was a mentality, not a physicality. And so you can physically enslave me, but you won't have my mind. And if you don't have my mind, I'll be free physically one day. It's only when you make me a mental slave that I acquiesce to your physical slavery. They redefine things. And so we've got to redefine things. I know that Jesus literally wasn't born on December 25th. But we'll take that day and still celebrate his birthday. I know that the roots of Easter is pagan, but we'll still take that day and celebrate his resurrection. I know that the days of the week were centered around the planets in the sky, and Sunday being Sunday and Monday being Moon Day. I know all that, but for us, every day is a day of Thanksgiving. We'll take your garbage and turn it into something special. We'll take your trash and make it a treasure. We don't have to acquiesce to your definition. When we get a revelation, we can redefine something. They're going to tell us about watch night and its origin. We can learn the history and know the history, but we're going to use it for what God wants us to use it for. Do I have a witness here? And so we got to stop allowing people to give us their definitions. We got to redefine some stuff. But you only do that when you get a new revelation. So it begins with a new relationship. It continues with a new revelation. But hallelujah, it culminates with a new residence. Verses 6 through 8. Let's look at verse 6 through 8. Where in our text, he says, therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, in this tent, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. You see, sight is the old way because we're looking at the flesh. Faith is the new way. We're walking in the spirit. Verse 8 says, we are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. You see, our new residence is not merely a new place, but it's a new person. This is not about the flesh, because if it was about the flesh, it would be a physical place. You see, when Jesus talks about, in my Father's house are many mansions, he's really just using anthropomorphic language. He's using earthly terminology to give a spiritual concept. It's not really a physical mansion. It's just helping us to understand the grandiose, majestic place his presence provides. You see, it ain't heaven if Jesus ain't there. But it's heaven to me wherever I be if Jesus is there. And so when it's not about the flesh, you know that it's not about the conduct, it's about the connection. It's not about your conduct, but being connected to Calvary's conqueror. At home in the body is absent from the Lord. But thank God, the new place is in the presence of the Lord. Not just talking about death, that's when it's fully manifested, but I want to walk with him every day of my life. I want the presence of the Lord moment by moment. I want to know that he's with me and I'm with him. Verse 14 says the love of Christ constrains us. That's right now. Verse 18 says God has reconciled us to himself by Jesus Christ. That's right now. Verse 19 he says, and all things are of God who hath reconciled us to himself by Jesus Christ. That's right now. Verse 20 says, to wit, that God was in Christ reconciling the world unto himself. That's right now. I've got a new place, and that new place is in his presence. Y'all scared me because you're making me think y'all know what I'm talking about. But if you know what it is to be in his presence, your soul ought to be a witness. If you know what it is to live in the presence of Christ, you ought to be rejoicing right now, because you can be at the same job and have no joy until you know Jesus is there. But Jesus has a way of banishing our blemishes. Jesus has the way of curing our calamities. Jesus has a way of being our emancipation from our errors. It doesn't mean you've got to change addresses, but when he shows up, the address changes. Hey. I said, hey. I said, when you don't change your address, when he shows up, your address can change. You'll be saying, this joy I have. The world didn't give it. And the world can't take it away. It's a new home. That new home is I'm in Christ. Christ, our Redeemer. Christ, our Savior. Christ, our Reconciler. Christ, our Deliverer. Christ, our Lord. Christ, the Lamb. Christ, the Lion. Christ, Alpha and Omega. It's in Christ. So one day, you and I will hear the steady march of those chariot wheels in the sky. All of our lights will go out like a vessel, not filled with oil. And when my voice is hushed like a candle flickering in the wind, I just want to see Jesus. Oh, I want to see him. look upon his face. There. That's where the place is. There. To sing forever of his saving grace. On the streets of glory. There. I'll lift my voice. Cares all past. I'll be home at last. To rejoice. I wonder, is there anybody here that knows Jesus' presence makes all of the difference? His presence changes your life. I just want to know he's with me, guiding me, keeping me, and protecting me. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Hey, nobody do me like the Lord. Is there anybody here that knows my Jesus? Anybody here who knows my Lord? Ain't he alright? Ain't he alright? The redeemed of the Lord ought to say so. Does he walk with you? Do you know he's watching over you? Do you know he's keeping you? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know he's alright. Hallelujah. You want a new year? A new year is going to look like the old year unless you become new. And your newness comes with your new relationship. Your newness comes with your new revelation. And your newness comes with your new residence. I'm with him and he's with me. Yeah. 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 I dare you just look to somebody and say, I want to see you. I want to look upon his face. There. Anybody know Golden Streets? I want to see him. I kid you not, y'all. If the roads in heaven were dusty, I still want to go. Not about a road, it's not about a road. I want to see the Redeemer. The one who died for me. The one who prays for me. The one who's coming back for me. I want to see him. And I know it's going to be grand because he walks with me now. And when I know he's with me, I got joy. Unexplainable joy. And if it's unexplainable down here, I know it's going to be unexplainable up there. The privilege of the church is extended. The doors of the church are open. As we're standing together, candidate for baptism letter or Christian experience. If there's one, won't you come?
Just to look
Christ Jesus, in union with him, in relationship with him. I know you can't see him in the flesh, he's already gone. But in your spirit, do you know he's with you? Guiding you, teaching you. If the answer to that question for you is no, I want to invite you to come to the altar, accept Jesus Christ. Even if you don't understand what that means, somebody will explain it to you. Candidate for baptism, letter or Christian experience. If there's one, won't you come? If you are in relationship with him, you know you're saved. Won't you just thank God for Jesus Christ? Praise his holy name. If you're saved, you know you're saved. Good and regular standings with your church. You may be seated, all others, if any, please remain standing.